Hello and welcome to Cloud Monday. Today is a new game and it's Midnight Suns. It's one of those games where everyone had a lot of nice things to say, but not a lot of people bought the game. So I'm kind of interested to see if playing it from the cloud is one of the better ways to play it. Now these options are crazy, look at all these options. Huh. Tone indicators, colorblind mode, very accessible, that's nice. Ah yes, I always need to up my camera. My TV is a little dark. I'll leave motion blur off, that'll help with YouTube and when it's converted. Let's knock sound effects down a little bit nowadays. Now why is it doing that? Interesting. So top right is now auto-saving. It'll be interesting to see how frequent that is. I like this option. We get these. This was in the last game we played, Wild at Heart. Well, no, the Wild Heart. One of those. We had option for story-focused approach. You can see enemy has less health, less attack, and infinite revives. Or you can go for something that's a little bit more realistic, a little bit, well, normal to how the style of game is. I'm going to go for story. I like playing games with story. And yeah, tutorial mission. Give me a tutorial mission. I want to know what buttons do what. But again, if you've started this before, if you've played this on story mode and want to play on harder difficulty, you don't need the tutorial. You say you don't want it, and it'll take you straight to the game. Great. So immediately, a very welcoming. And I don't know if you noticed in the options, bottom right, it gave a little information of what that thing did. So, yeah, it's a very approachable, very accessible game already. Ah, cool. The subtitles have a symbol, so that we can work out who's talking.
How much I hate this hocus pocus nonsense, Faustus. Now you want to tell me just what the hell is so...
Now, I don't know much about the story of Midnight Suns. I'm not too sure who the cast is beyond who is on the the icon. I'm not 100% sure what type of game it is either. People talk about it as a good game, they enjoyed the story. I didn't hear too many people talking about the actual type of game it was. It looks good so far. Not noticing any issues with this video being streamed to us. And remember, this is being streamed from PlayStation Plus Premium Cloud Streaming Service to me on my launch model PS4. So this isn't PS4 Pro or PS5 version, this is base PS4 version. Very Ark of the Covenant, isn't it? Oh, okay. 6 months later.
I can feel it, Rox. Trouble in the air. More innocent blood joining you soon. Head back to your magic castle. You ain't welcome here.
That's nice. It tells you who they are.
It's called a sanctum. And welcome or not, this is where fate has determined the Sorcerer Supreme needs to be.
happy to talk about it. That's fun.
Tell fate answers no.
This is the secret guardian you dragged me 5,000 miles to meet?
Who's the mouth?
Mr. Stark is brash, but I assure you he can be trusted.
Wait, you seriously don't know who I am?
The fabric of magic is shifting, Johnny. The prophecy of the Midnight Sun is upon us.
Your last crusade cost me plenty. This time I intend to look after my own.
Hey pal, I don't think you understand. Things are changing. 2 + 2 no longer equals 4. Up is sometimes down, and strange here is actually starting to make sense.
Do I look like someone who gives a damn about any of that?
No, you look like you should be bouncing for the double deuce.
It's weird. The mouth,
All I know is how
our mouths
my pal here
don't
says-
seem to be quite in line with the audio.
It's not coming. It's already here. You're welcome, Robo-Man.
Iron Man? It's okay. It's fine. I know what he meant.
So yeah, I was seeing audio that's most likely from the game itself. It's not something I've noticed before when it comes to streaming.
And the old man runs off with that precious page of yours. At least left us some VIP passes.
Okay, playing cards.
Maybe blown up a few monsters on the way out.
Attack, skills, and heroics. Playing a card costs 1 card play. Select the card, press X to activate it. You receive 3 card plays a turn.
Time was the one thing we didn't have.
Attack cards.
Alright, let's just wrap this up. I got sand in my nanopolymer weave.
Wait, up. More info. So the up card, or the up symbol on the screen, it's really tiny, considering how all that space they've got. I want to have a look at show artwork. Oh, it doesn't like zoom out to fill the screen. That'd be really cool. But at least the action feels like it's paused, waiting for us to do something. Select a target. Sure. Okay. I was hoping like the D-pad I can press up down, or the analog stick up down, and it would just target, it will just lock on to whatever's nearest. But it doesn't, you gotta manually move it. Okay.
Here we go.
That's the spirit.
It's weird, the ground looks kinda good in comparison of other things. Ah, okay, right analog stick moves the camera.
Interesting tactic.
Am I really gonna have to bring out the big guns for this?
Gain heroism by attack and skill card use, yeah.
Let's do it.
I didn't have to select target there because it said it attacks all characters.
That was really something.
Okay, you gotta hold down, not press down, hold down to end your turn.
Honestly, now you're just wasting your time.
So, minions and elites. High damage cards are wasted on minions.
Suit may be a marvel of technology, but it's no match for the mystic arts. Allow
Attack
me to
5.
Oh, so it's a contest now. Then you take the extra creepy one.
gladly.
So, knockback. Oh, I was wondering how we're going to do that, if I would have to move the character or angle it myself, but no, we get that option. So on the left there, soulless minion, brute. So if I do this, oh man, it didn't work how I wanted it to. That's just outside that circle. That should work. It's a nice idea. And it's even nicer that we have a way of doing it ourselves. I like that. You can see that damage on the ground, that was from a previous battle, so it's also nice that they're keeping it.
Not bad. Not great, but not bad.
That's 15 damage. That'll do it. You kind of expect with Doctor Strange to have a little bit more fingers and the hand movement. It's mostly at the moment circles.
Your signature move.
You have no idea how angry you've made my look.
Reinforcements.
Just keep throwing bodies at the problem.
Okay.
All is well for the moment.
Show who they're going to attack. It'd be nice if I could like zoom in with R2 or L2. So I can zoom out a little bit.
Well, I can give you a hand.
But we can see a little bit clear that that's Doctor Strange's symbol.
I'll accept your offer. Just for this once.
Don't mention it.
You can see when the characters are talking, we've got the symbol of themselves. So we need to defeat. And we've got minion here, brutes, and a minion here. Will that knock into anyone? No. Just let it. Just let it die.
Love the effort.
Give 20 block to an ally. Sure.
Looks like you can use this.
Looks cool.
Greatly appreciated.
Now, who can I knock that into? Okay.
Let's try this.
Fair enough.
Well, no more cards, so let's end. Oh, okay, it's an actual shield rather than reducing the damage taken. The shield's been damaged.
You want to be nasty about it then?
You ready to save the world? I think we pissed them off. Got a spell for that, maybe?
Interesting.
Still a couple behind us.
Change the very demeanor of our enemies. Something
Well, the
along
minion
lines
hasn't died yet.
psionic manipulations of Eros of Titan.
If you can't make it happen in the next 10 seconds, I'm not interested.
It's like I want to move my character over here so I can knock him into that one. Well, we got air superiority. Damage everything. Sure.
That'll work. Whatever gets the job done.
Alright, heroism. That's one. That's one. We can use both of these. So how can I angle this? Yeah, that'll kill them both. Sure.
Oh my move. It's in your best interest to quit now.
Alright. Unfortunately, there's no like
Get it done any way we know how.
bouncing around, no blast area damage at the moment.
Impressive.
And while you ponder arrows, maybe we should just try throwing a big rock at him?
Oh, is that too far? I think it might have been too far to throw. There we go.
Saving my energy so we need it.
And now he's moved. Can he do the other one? Yeah.
This should be good.
I'm gonna admit, I don't fully 100% understand how it works, but I feel like the tutorial has given us the basics enough to deal with the start of the game. You've just got to hope that as we unlock more cards and stuff, the tutorial hasn't stopped. If you've seen my Mobile Friday games, you know a lot of mobile games have this problem where they give an introduction tutorial and then forget to continue the tutorial when other things have been added.
You see, this is why you shouldn't eat spicy food, Bruce.
Localized in the West Village, converging on the Sanctum.
What?
Oh, that pop-in. Again, not streaming issue. That's because it's an Unreal game on base PS4.
Shifting mystical polarities are wreaking havoc on my portals.
You don't say. You okay, kid?
It's complicated, yeah.
Yes. Are you?
Let's put a pin in that. Oh,
Who's that? Ah, okay.
Carol.
Bruce and I have been trying to reach you. He'd have come himself, but he's...
Oh, you did the big green guy proud.
I really should up my homeowner's insurance. Miss Maxim, the wards of protection, if you please.
Stephen, I can fight. I've got control now.
Then show me by activating the wards. In the meantime, in honor of our missing companion, the rest of you may feel free to smash away.
A very action-heavy start of the game, that's for sure.
No issues to report.
Nice one, Carol. Always the direct approach.
You know I don't mess around. Besides...
Ah, this is what I wanted to do earlier.
...things coming from, well, here.
See, I can bounce him to that one.
Hi, how about we discuss proper hero landing etiquette after we take down the bad guys?
Sure.
Sure, why not?
That's pretty much exactly what I just said.
What are the qualifications to be a Hydra officer? I'd have guessed a warm body, but I think Lilith solved that too.
Redraw, hold square. There we go. And what's nice is there's a new ability that the game did tell us about, so the tutorial hasn't finished yet.
Interesting tactic.
Well, we've got no cards, so... Now, where's that shield come from? Was that inherent?
Who wants the honors?
Now, this is also something I wanted to do as well. So no cards are picked, so I can pick heroes. Kick this. Hey, it's straight to the point. I gotta appreciate that. Oh, there we go. Aim a little bit better.
I'm on it.
Oh, like that important
Okay.
is a century old. What a waste.
So we can redraw something if we wanted. Seems we've got two of those. Let's redraw, get something else. Double your heroism. Well, I don't need that just yet. I want to switch to the Doctor. Move him here. No, come on, Doctor. I want to move you. So why can't I move him? What am I missing? class then. I guess as is part of the tutorial, we're not really meant to be doing it. We're meant to be following the tutorial rather than experimenting.
Not great, but not bad.
Because I wanted to knock him into him. I thought we might just be able to do it. Oh, we should have hit the one in front of us. That would have been even cooler.
I truly doubt they're paying you enough for what's about to happen.
Go on, Carol.
Not a problem. Enjoy your nap.
Now I'm going to end the turn because we have no more playable cards.
We'll have to deal with a few more, I'm afraid.
I still don't like your chances.
So it's up to us now.
Showing up.
They are surprisingly
Damage the enemy in a line.
event. We must provide Wanda the
Knock
time she
back.
needs to activate the wards of protection.
Sure.
Moment of preparation.
Maybe if I can move Miss Marvel, I might be able to get all three of them.
Your chances, but stranger things have happened.
Can I move here? In a line? Yes, I can. It's a very narrow line, but it works.
Impressive.
Is that all?
So we've got two of these bad guys left.
Seems like it'd be cheaper just to replace you guys with robots. I bet Tony would cut Faustus a deal.
Oh, we've run out of card plays, that's what's happened. So perhaps moving is a card play. What have we got?
Going too well. We're three of the world's strongest heroes, right? Doesn't it seem like this should be easier?
I've punched through Skrull star cruisers that went down faster. Something's up.
We got two axes.
Yes, Hydra has clearly raised their game. I have a terrible suspicion as to how.
Get a nice vibration on the controller. You probably hear it in the audio. The controller's closer to the mic than I am, that's why. Yeah, I should finish it off.
I know that wasn't your signature move.
So far, for the start of the game, it's working really well.
The wards. Something's blocking them.
Not something. Someone.
Apology. Gozer.
Mother of demons. Harbinger
Apology for the
of
wind in the background. It's a very windy day today.
Prophecy or not, you overstep. Challenging the Sorcerer Supreme.
Be silent. Be still.
What just happened?
Be gone. No! A fellow daughter of Transia. You remind me of my own beloved.
In virtute vishanti. Well done, Miss Maximoff. Your unique energy surprised her.
Whoa. I'm fine. What? I'm fine.
The prophecy is in motion. Lilith is still out there growing stronger each second the midnight sun approaches.
Define stronger.
If we are to have any chance of stopping her, there is only one option left to us.
I won't go back there.
We all must eventually face our demons, Miss Maximoff. However, one of us should remain behind to maintain the wards of protection.
See you on the other side.
So the bit rate, the background's got a little blocky there. That could be because there's a lot of particles from that big spinny thing. Or it could just be
Okay, you did that one on purpose.
it could just be just the internet at the moment.
We are fortunate to be here at all.
And where is here, exactly?
Salem, Massachusetts. Well, a pocket dimension in Salem, Massachusetts.
Oh, suburbs. Nice.
Welcome to the Abbey. Home of the
Midnight Sun.
Huh.
What the hell is this? Lilith's Junior Demon League?
Wait, it's that jerk from TV. Which one?
Now, if everyone would just take a moment.
Enough!
There's a lot of characters here I'm not familiar with now. Like this one.
You're standing on my flowers.
Oh, been a long time, Sarah.
It's caretaker now.
If I could have avoided this moment, I would, but...
Oh, spare me the speech. I know Lilith's back. We're sisters after all.
Guess we're suddenly invisible now.
Shall we chat, Stephen?
No one can argue that the Hunter earned their rest in the first battle against Lilith. I only hope they are up for the task once more.
You wizards always make everything sound so lofty. I raised my sister's only child as a weapon against her.
And saved the world in the process.
Yeah, very similar to the other sarcophagus, isn't it?
And asked them to do it again.
I did not write the prophecy, Sarah. Besides, I am no common grave robber. We are simply reuniting their ethereal essence with their corporal form. Speaking of, it would help to have a mental image for the procedure. Spare no detail.
I wonder if this is the character we are going to play as. This is now a character creation. Yeah, it's a good way of doing it. It feels organic, doesn't it? It's not a case that we created a character before the game started. The game started, and then our character walks in. This feels much more natural. Well, we don't exactly have a huge amount of selection though, do we? Yeah, why is it doing that? I wonder if it's like I've got D-pad drift on my controller. I can't use the analog stick. The analog stick just goes up and down. I have to use the D-pad. Huh. It's about luscious mane. Yeah, it's taking a little while to load in, but that's a little bit expected. If you're familiar or unfamiliar with Unreal games, pop-in, especially with textures and items, is somewhat common. Especially with this being a launch model PS4. I always like the faux hawk. Now can we go crazy? Nope. I like the Auburn. Sure. Yeah, that'll do. Not exactly in depth though, is it? It feels very limiting. No scars, No tattoos or marks or symbols. Now, one thing I forgot to pay attention to is the autosave.
Child of light and darkness, you who tame the night, hear the voice of those who beseech thee and
The collar! Wait! Wait! Ah!
Mother.
So, that's a good thing, right?
So we don't know why she moved or why she came this way. I'm kind of missing just a little bit of the story there.
Sarah. Where is she?
as far as resurrection spells are concerned, I've seen worse. Particularly on myself.
Tony, come on. It's perfectly safe.
That thing wakes up and takes a bite out of you. Don't blame me.
Visiting hours are over.
You can't stay here forever.
There's nowhere else I should be.
Just saw that Stark guy poking around behind the mirror table.
Find me as soon as they awaken. And Blade, be nice.
Always am.
So if we've got all these heroes, I wonder if Hydra's going to have all the villains. Are they going to be Doctor Strange villains, or are they going to be villains from across the Marvel Universe? Now we're just into part 1.
So cold. But the air burns with every breath. Has it been so long?
Yeah, having a voice actor option might have been interesting to see the different voices, try and match the voice to the character you've made. It might have been nice to have had the voice first, so we could have made the character around the voice, perhaps.
I know this place. In my dreams it was always empty.
At least the audio is matching up better. Matching up with the lips.
But now I sense I am not alone.
Have to admit, Hunter, you make one hell of an entrance. Guess that makes 2 of us.
You should have struck when you had the chance, vampire. You will not live to regret your error.
Q and Caretaker told me to be nice. Relax, Slayer. I'm a friend. You just don't know it yet.
Yes, I saw you with Sarah before. But what would she want with a vampire? Unless...
The name's Blade, and I'm no ordinary
Yeah, the
vampire.
character
I
models
get you've been out of commission.
don't really look
but
as
I
good
thought
as the
you
rest of the
noticed
game.
since we're having this little showdown on
Especially
the
our
freaking
one.
sun.
a vampire.
He doesn't look as good as the Marvel characters, who don't look as good as the world around them.
Half human, half demon, monster hunter.
I do, and I must admit I'm curious. Tell me, Daywalker, how did you come to be?
Long story, and it's still not over. We managed not to kill each other for a while, and maybe I'll tell you one day.
I accept your challenge.
Oh, those teeth.
Right.
Oh,
As much
freaky.
as I'd love to see how much weirder this conversation can go, we should probably get moving.
Agreed. The prophecy is in motion. I can feel it.
Interesting.
We have wasted too much
In
time.
a lot of games, when you get multiple
Man,
choices
the
in terms of
others
what can be
are gonna
asked,
love you.
they expect us to ask all of them. But here, it was actually
Yeah,
one
you
and
got a
done.
little fan club, I think. But why spoil the surprise? Hope you're up for the challenge, chosen one.
Are we going to be able to move the characters, or is it just always going to move us to the battle or the next story beat? No, we get to move. Top right is an autosave. As I haven't had a chance to try this yet, I'm going to hit options and see if there's a manual save. Autosave, new save. Okay, this is good news. If you're unfamiliar with my videos, or if you're unfamiliar with the PlayStation Plus cloud streaming service, what happens is you are given a 20-second warning before the service is going to kick you off. That's often because your internet connection is not stable, or the game being streamed to you is having issues being streamed to you, like not enough bitrate or something like that. Often the quality gets really bad, warning comes up top right, and then it'll just start a countdown. You have 20 seconds to save. It is surprising how many games don't let you manually save. And because they don't let you manually save, you have to rely on the autosave. And again, you'll be surprised how many games don't have an autosave. So that's one of the things I enjoy about this series. I don't have a key to open this chest. Oh yeah, one of the things I enjoy about the series is finding these big, massive games that just are not built for being streamed from the cloud. Like, we've had 2 Tales games that, well, Tales of Arise is perhaps the best Tales game we've played so far, but still not perfect. We've had, was it Humanity? I think it's the puzzle game. A complete mess. It's a cloud game. But this, manual saves and auto saves, that's nice.
Did I miss something, or did Nico just raise the dead?
I definitely helped, but no, that's the one thing I can't do. Hunter, not sure if you remember me, but we met briefly before. I'm
The witch who called me back from the grave.
Doja.
or Nico, but either works. And this is
Robbie Reyes. Oh man, never thought I'd be standing next to you. Got quite a rep. I mean, caretakers told us stories.
That's Ileana. Привет. And I think you already met Blade.
Of course. Caretaker has reformed the Midnight Suns.
Whoa. How did you...
Your power. I can feel it. I always do.
So, welcome home. I guess we...
I never left.
The one with the white hair, got X on her. Is she an X-Man? Or part of the X-Men, I should say.
The Abbey is still, well, you know, the Abbey. Basic stuff. Dorms, war room, library, a few places to chill, and, whatever the hell the Forge is. Have to say, for a haunted transient castle raised on the cursed grounds of Old Salem, it's pretty cozy. Of course, that doesn't stop us from
I'm
adding
guessing
some
this is
improvements.
our hub.
We can all thank Robbie for the Wi-Fi. Oh, and one more thing. We've got some new house guests now. You think we're a fun bunch, just wait until you meet them. Speaking of, we're here.
Yeah, okay. Spend 10 minutes in this place alone, Bruce, then see. Oh, gotta go. Show's about to begin.
Okay.
You following me, Doc? Maybe you should go introduce yourself to the youngins.
I'm sure they know of the Sorcerer Supreme and wasn't following you.
Doesn't look too bad, does it?
A day?
Oh, I don't know. What do you say, Doc? 6, 7 hours?
6 hours, 43 minutes, 8
It's just
seconds.
the controls a little off.
Unfortunately, time is of the essence. Otherwise, I'd gladly offer to walk you through some
It's like his
pivotal events that we
moving animation.
last saw it.
The table is all yours. Let's get to it.
There's a slow gallop in, it's like step and then run.
You're already bouncing off each other like an old married couple.
I don't know, it just doesn't look right. Are we either too close to the character or not close enough for it to look better? It just sticks out, should we say. There's like nothing here we can... Oh, I say nothing we can interact with, but there we go.
Taking a big risk with the chosen one.
Game rewards, alright.
Easy for you to say.
Sure, let's just pick a mission.
Prophecies be damned. It's good to see that face again. You look like it was yesterday.
And you look older.
Oh, that grey, that's streaming.
How long was I in that crypt, Sarah?
No more than a few centuries. You were missed.
Centuries? And what of Lilith?
Fallen by your hand. Until now.
Yeah, so speaking of Lilith.
Tony?
What? The kid's literally speaking of Lilith.
Tony.
That's my name. Tony. That's Carol and Dr. Spooky over there. Here to help.
Help with what, exactly?
Oh, I don't know. Throwing the magic amulet into the volcano? Smiting the dragon mother? You tell us, kid. You are the chosen one, after all.
Do you recall anything of that last encounter, child?
There was a voice. The rest is hazy.
I wonder if that's how we're going to level up our character.
That's it? A voice?
By getting knowledge to get stronger.
Of your long crypt sleep, most likely.
A minor inconvenience. Everything
Or perhaps it's just going to have a traditional XP
within my sanctum.
system.
I'll simply alert Wanda to prepare the necessary rituals.
What? Straight to voicemail? Some sorcerer supreme.
Must be mystical interference caused by this little pocket dimension of yours.
Perhaps Agatha can help.
Allow me. Alato.
Oh, what kind of network you running there?
The all-seeing eye of Ereshkigal who judges. Bound to enchanted Babylonian soul glass.
We just call it the mirror table.
Because why are they the Mirror Sons? We just haven't had that explained to us yet.
Pushing against the wards. Stephen, where are you?
That's impossible. Nothing on Earth could possibly affect those wards.
Wanda's in trouble.
Wanda is trouble.
I'll go.
You'll need my help, of course.
Then let us make haste, Dr. Spooky. Our hunt begins now.
Yeah, I wonder if the game's always going to pick the teams for us or if we have that option. So no autosave in the top right yet. We're still going to have to
With
pick.
everything going on right now, we simply cannot afford to lose contact with
Now there's the autosave. We've got nothing we can put here, I guess. Nope.
Crazy indeed.
Lots of new blood around here.
Another autosave.
Even given the fluctuations in the astral
So we've got to speak to the doctor to move on, have we?
unless Bruce is right about
Yeah, that blip across the screen, that's also a streaming issue.
the sun does not linger, and neither should we.
What I want to see is press...
Lilith possesses the dark
Can we
arts.
skip?
She forced her way into my sanctum.
You are a sorcerer.
Normally,
Okay,
yes,
circle skips.
but since your mother
Is that another
fuzzy,
language
my
or...
prediction. for the
We
first
can't
time
skip all of it.
sorcerers
We've got to
supreme
skip.
will not
So again,
foresee how the
you've got to
future
remember the
unfolds.
20-second countdown.
Is in danger.
That's what I'm thinking here. Is it possible to skip all of it? or not, and perhaps we can't skip all of it because it's actually scripted. We have to interact with them.
I understand the urgency. Your apprentice is in grave danger, yes?
Wanda is no mere apprentice. She
Was a
is
heart system?
which
There's a relationship system going on. Okay.
I have encountered. But she hasn't channeled such power on her own since.
Top right, you see that?
Never mind.
That's the warning.
One crisis at a time.
I am noticing
I do not doubt
a little bit.
Wanda's capability, but without my predictive acumen, I cannot bolster the wards should she need it.
There's also what looks like screen tearing that looks like it's the game itself, where the top and bottom of a frame don't match. The grey, that's screen tearing basically, where we're missing like information in a frame. If you think videos are 30 frames a second, 60 frames a second, one or two of those frames doesn't have all the information, so it's basically outputted as just grey. Now what? Again, no autosave. Perhaps it's not
About time.
hugely frequent.
About time, Mr. Brooks. Time, space,
We can
reality.
skip that one. Okay, so there are skippable things we can do.
You are standing in limbo. Nexus of all realities, both real or otherwise. A chaotic but secret realm, beyond the influence of Lilith. Thus far.
Are you certain of that? Because I am sensing all kinds of...
Dark energy. That feeling you're being watched. General
do you reckon?
hellhole vibe.
Yes.
Mamu?
All these potentialities converging at once? Truly surprising feat, Miss Rasputin. For someone so young, of course.
Who's that?
You think this is crazy? Wait until you see Manhattan.
From here, magic can open gateways to just about anywhere on our planet, and beyond. We don't want to risk punching through the wards protecting your sanctum, Doctor, so we've chosen a safe exit a few blocks over instead.
So I didn't know this was magic. It's possible that I missed it when we were skipping or missed it when I was talking. But it would be nice to see like a cutscene of her creating this and us then walking in. But again, it's something that could have been missed, so I'm not holding it against the game. But look at this one animation. Again, no autosave before going in there. So let's hope there's an autosave coming out. Yeah, it's that audio, and then we're still loading. It's happened a couple of times now.
Hey, I'm walking here. All I ate today was a bagel.
Yeah, okay, it's getting a little rough, isn't it?
Well, at least we know the wards of protection are still in place.
For now.
I suggest we hurry.
Oh, here's Hydra.
Arm Alpha in position. No one's getting through.
Welcome to New York.
Defeat all enemies.
I hesitate to call this good news.
Manual save, autosave.
Hydra resistance
Can I hit save? Can we save before the start of a battle? That's the manual save. We can. That is great. And looking at the auto saves, it seems to be happening like every 4 or 5 minutes we're getting to an auto save. But honestly, that will do for today. But the video is not over just yet, because what we do in these videos, I go to the PS4's internet speed test so we can see with what I'm working with at the moment. And you can see this little startup thing. I think this might be the last game Firaxis worked on. I don't know if the studio is still going. I don't quite remember, if I'm honest. So yeah, let's head over to that speed test now. So in settings, you go down to network, and in network, there's test internet connection. And my internet is wired to the router. But I live in an apartment building, and it is shared internet, so the bandwidth could be something that we're not seeing here. Download's not bad, upload is not great, but this would probably be like the 4th video I've uploaded today. So that's a little bit unexpected, but I imagine it's more of a bandwidth issue that we had towards the end. But Midnight Suns has decent autosaves, good manual saves, and because we had a couple of moments of macro blocking where instead of fine detail we had sort of larger squares of colour, it wasn't that noticeable, mostly because the text, the subtitles, it's all quite big. So sometimes when you get macro blocking in text, it's just removes the text. But also, each text bubble had who is speaking. So even if the characters had a bit of issue, you could still say, well, you could still follow who's saying what. So there are quite a few elements of this game that are seemingly, at the moment, working well with the game being streamed to me from the PlayStation Plus cloud streaming service. It'll be interesting to see in part 2 more difficult battles with more enemies, more effects, but that could also be pushing the PS4. Today we had some issues, but I felt like I could follow the story, I felt like I knew what was happening, and whilst yes, it's distracting, it is always going to be distracting. But also, just like the previous game we played, having 2 story options. If you've played one start to finish and haven't done the other one, stream it, because it's like a 38 gigabyte download, so you could stream and try out the second style of gameplay, second style of story, and see if you like it or not. So that's also another great reason why to perhaps try this game from the cloud. So yeah, I'm encouraged. I may not know what's happening in the story exactly, I don't know the Midnight Suns, I don't know some of these characters, but in terms of it telling the story, it's doing a good job. So a lot of pluses to this game. I can see why this game got a lot of positive buzz. So it's a little difficult to know why it perhaps didn't sell as well. Perhaps other poor Marvel games burnt the audience. Who knows? But for me personally, I'm quite excited to keep going, and I'm looking forward to part 2. So until then, or until I see you checking out some of the other videos, playlists, or YouTube shorts we have, or maybe I'll see you over at Ko-fi. As a small YouTube channel, we get no money from YouTube, but with Ko-fi, we can get PayPal donations. We have free subscription tiers as well, and all that stuff will go towards controllers, games, perhaps hard drives is the next big thing I need. But wherever or whenever I see you again, please take care.